I'm going to do a quick video on how to self-clear your items or parcels coming from the States when you're in Canada, and to avoid getting nailed with the highly inflated brokerage fees from these couriers. The brokerage fee is something that you do not have to pay, and in most cases, or every case I found, is a ridiculous amount of money. The simple process to self-clear is very easy and can save you a lot of money. The process for self-clearing your own item is the same or similar with all couriers. This one just happens to be with UPS, and I've done it many times with different couriers, and I just thought I would record it this time on how to do it, because each and every time they make it difficult for a person to simply self-clear. In this video, seeing as how it is self-clearing with UPS, I am including the email and the phone number to who you directly contact to self-clear. This took me a great amount of time to find these numbers and contact information, which should be readily available for anyone that wants to do this. Seeing how this video is how to self-clear with UPS, I've included the contact information to contact the direct department by email and phone number at UPS to self-clear. I'll include those in the video description. To start off, I've done this many times. I order online many times. I'm in Canada, and many items I need I have to purchase from the States, which involves going through customs in most cases. In some cases you can avoid it, or I've avoided it, by having the seller ship regular parcel post. This works every time for me so far, but other people have said they have still had to pay duty, which in Canada, I guess depending on what classification the item is, most of mine are car parts. All there is GST and PST on my items. I asked the seller of this item to write on the label self-clear, but just to double check, I went on the UPS website using my tracking number and sort of got the runaround on that, trying to send information to tell them that I wanted to self-clear. It just sent me in a loop through their web system, wanting me to sign up for all sorts of their service, but nothing there specific to self-clear was made. I believe they intentionally do this so that they can collect their brokerage fee. I spent quite a bit of time on UPS's website trying to find anywhere I could click that showed me how to claim self-clear. Their website was very obscure, and nothing was as simple as hitting a link to self-clear. Instead, I had to send off multiple emails to multiple places within UPS stating I wanted to self-clear. The system kept sending me around and around, wanting me to sign up for more UPS services. A couple days later, I was sent an email from UPS, the brokerage side of UPS. So someone, I don't know who, got my contact. And that is how I got the contact information, email, and phone number to directly call their brokerage side to do your self-clear. Had this information been on their website, it would have made it a lot easier. The one thing I do have to give UPS credit for, and I don't know if it's actually UPS, but it's actually the person behind the desk of this number and email. They were wonderful. I believe they're probably in the Philippines. Their English is excellent. They're excellent to deal with and wonderful people. Way better than the service I've gotten from actually calling UPS within North America. So they were very easy to get a hold of. There was actually no wait time, and even by email they got back to me within hours. When UPS brokerage side responded by email, they sent a 2-page document to have me self-clear. One of them is description of the item and how much I paid in Canadian, and the other one was some information which you should follow and can follow, some contact information on UPS and self-clear. Had this been on their website, I'm sure a lot more people would self-clear rather than having to search from it, get frustrated, and just paying the brokerage fee. Despite the fact that UPS got my request to self-clear and sent me the 2-page document to self-clear, UPS still delivered my package to my door. And when they did so, they requested me to pay $67, 40 $3.47 of it was a brokerage fee. I think this is just one more tactic to get you to pay the brokerage fee, because here they are dangling your item right in front of your face saying, here it is if you pay this money. If not, we're going to leave with it and you have to go pick it up later. I find that just, ridiculous. You'll first have to Google where your closest CBSA agent is and see if it's worth your time in self-clearing. Mine's only 30 minutes away, and I'm in that area a couple times a week, so it only made sense. And then UPS is only 5 minutes away from there. When you get the response from the brokerage side of UPS and they send you your 2-page information, this page will be different because your item will be different, a different value and stuff. The one thing I have to appreciate about UPS or due to COVID is that normally prior to this, UPS or the other couriers would make me actually go to their place, pick up these pieces of paperwork, and then take them to the Border Patrol, CBSA. But now I think due to COVID, they want as few people in there as possible, so they'll actually email you this, which saves you a step. Once you have that information, you take it to your CBSA office closest to you. The one thing I also recommend you do is bring a receipt of what you paid in Canadian funds, because that is another step if you don't have that, and I forgot that, because that's one more step for the CBSA agent to do, is to figure out the exchange rate, which actually took them longer than anything. Had I brought my my actual bill, what it cost me on my MasterCard in Canadian funds, they would have been able to skip that step. It went straight to just calculating the GST and PSD. So once you get these forms, you will take it to the CBS agent, and you will then get a blue form like this. This is a photocopied of my blue form, and the reason I did that was just so I could black out my information. But as you see on here, is that all they charge you is the GST and PSD. So the total cost of my item was $23.64 for the taxes for $197 item Canadian. And if you look on this sheet from UPS, you will see right here that they were going to charge me $43.47 for an item that cost $197.67. The actual real cost was only $23.72. The reason this bothers me so much is because in the past, myself, and if you look on YouTube, people have bought items that were like $30, and these delivery companies, their brokerage fee will be more than your item. I find it absolutely absurd. Personally, most of my items I've been buying are auto parts, and for example, Rock Auto, who I've ordered from probably 20 times, each and every order comes in on time and perfect without a hitch, and they use the same delivery companies that ding us with brokerage fees. What I have to give credit to for Rock Auto is that when you choose how you want it delivered, your actual delivery cost, shipping cost, is broken down to cost, and it shows the duties, which are the taxes. So somewhere like Rock Auto, which is big, they're paying the taxes for you, which avoids you having to pay a brokerage fee to these giant delivery companies who make probably tens of millions just on a brokerage fee, which is unnecessary. The story doesn't end there. This is when the game really only began, because once I left CBSA, who did an excellent job, I went to the UPS, gave them all the documents that proved that I had paid all duty and I now own my item, and it's clear from customs. The guy at UPS told me that I still needed to pay the $43.47 brokerage fee, and he would not let me have my item. And this is where things turn bad, because I told him, you better get someone down here because I'm not leaving without my item. So he went around the corner, I don't know, 30, 45 seconds, maybe enough time to ask somebody But I personally think it was just one more attempt from UPS to get me to pay their brokerage fee, because when he came back, he says, yes, you're right. CBS's blue form, the receipt, trumps any of their forms. And of course it does. This is from Canada Border Services. Once that duty or those taxes are paid, there's no reason for UPS to hold your item. And honestly, for how many times I've had trouble with delivery companies doing this kind of stuff, I just think it's just one more way to try and gouge customers out of their money. So, you know, it really pisses me off because I paid $130 US to have this item shipped, and then for UPS to try and gouge you for every last penny, especially the pennies that you do not have to pay, should really piss everybody off. There's sort of my beef with the shipping companies and how they rip off Canadian consumers. You got to figure when you're paying $43.47 for a brokerage fee, which you don't have to pay. It becomes costly. I mean, I look at it as not only money I save, but more money I've saved that I can spend on other things. So, I'm hoping this saves someone's the headache, especially with the numbers, phone numbers, or contact information I've got and can provide you. I have another item arriving. I don't know who's going to deliver it. The only place I could find it, because it was discontinued, I needed 4 bolts, and they're discontinued in North America. I had to get them from Japan. They're $15 for the bolts, $30 for shipping, and I'm just anxious to see how much they're going to try and gouge me on a brokerage fee for something that's $15. So if that doesn't turn out well, I'll make another video, and hopefully it helps someone else. I mean, I just want anyone who, by sheer principle, doesn't want to have to pay these exorbitant fees can more easily do it themselves. If you appreciate this video or like it, hit like, and maybe I'll make some more for those who do like it.